Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. It's Monday and it's a new week, it's a new day, and it's another chance to run after your dreams like there is no tomorrow, like your ass is on fire. So do that today, and your day and the week and the months and your life when you wake up like that every day gonna be so much more exciting and amazing. Believe me, I tried both. Waking up like there was nothing special going on, there was nothing exciting in my life, being not grateful for the chance that I'm given every day to fully breathe in life and interact with life and make things happen, and basically playing this version of our own video game or virtual reality experience, but it's just much more fun. I wish more people would approach life as some sort of game where you are the player, the avatar, where you are the one who makes things happen, and there is no scenario that you know of, and you can change the outcomes, and you can change so many things, interact with people, with events. You can influence so many variables, so many things that you probably don't even think about. And I believe that for a lot of people, life seems meaningless just because they don't really engage with that. They just, wake up, try to avoid any trouble or any sorts of unpredictable interaction with people or events, and then they go to bed, and then they wake up and do it every day of their life. And that's why it's so boring. Just, leave it. And that's when life gets exciting, like a video game, but better. So that being said, it's a new day on Food School, new week, and for the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have 6 episodes a week, and I'm gonna introduce you concepts that I'm teaching in Healthy Eating 101 course in my Food School that you can check out following the link in the show notes. I've designed my own course, Healthy Eating 101, that's not going to only take you through the principles of healthy eating based on all the information, on all the recent information, and all the unbiased by food industry and interested parties information, put into daily practice, into practical things that you can actually apply into your life. So that's what the course is about. But also, you're going to learn how to have a healthy lifestyle, and what does it mean these days in our modern age to have a healthy lifestyle. And also, what is really, really cool about this course that I've designed is because I'm constantly learning and never plan to stop doing that. Because of that, the course is going to be updated all the time, and you're going to have lifetime access to this course when you finish it. So there are assignments, and you actually have to do some work in order to graduate in Healthy Eating 101 course. It's not just some course that you watch videos and that's it. You're also gonna get your certificate, your actual hard copy certificate sent to you wherever you are in the world. And also, when you sign up for a year of Food School, you're gonna get access to all the courses that we're gonna have on the platform. This August is gonna be more courses. There are gonna be 2 more courses on low carb, high fat diet and lifestyle, and how to do it without all the mistakes that we now know of. And then also one on intermittent fasting, how to do it for different goals and different health goals. So that's what's coming. But again, these 2 weeks on Food School podcast, I'm going to walk you through all the concepts, theoretical but more practical, that you're going to learn in Healthy Eating 101 course. In the course, of course, it's going to be more interactive. There are more videos, there are assignments. I actually check your assignments and also correct the mistakes or maybe some misconceptions or something that you're just not sure of. So we'll work through all of that with each of you individually. We also have our Facebook group, so it's cool. But now it's time to learn. Today is an important topic. This is the foundation of the whole healthy eating thing that's gonna serve you today and many days from now. You can use this the information that you're gonna get in this lesson to navigate the food world. That's not gonna become easier as far as I see, guys. It's just gonna be more complicated. Hopefully better for all of us as we learn through our own mistakes. But for now, you need to have this guidance to navigate food world. Otherwise, you're gonna end up putting a lot of stuff in your body that actually going to harm your health instead of bringing you benefits and nourishing you. So the first concept of today is healthy eating. What is healthy eating and what is not healthy eating? So the healthy eating actually is very simple. Healthy eating is eating foods that promote short and long-term health. Now, what those foods are that promote your short and long-term health? That is another question that we will talk about right now. So healthy eating is about maximizing the amount of foods in your diet that promote short and long-term health. And what are those foods? So there are 3 levels of those foods that define healthy eating. First, your food's gonna be non-toxic and not poisonous, meaning they're not gonna make you sick right away and not gonna create disease in a short term that you can actually measure, so those are the foods of poor quality. Those are the foods with something like even vegetable oils I would put there too, because you can actually measure inflammation going up when you consume vegetable oils even after one meal. So non-toxic, not poisonous food that that make you sick. This is level number 1. Level number 2, foods that are suitable for human consumption. And this we are not really that knowledgeable about. We're still figuring out what's that best human species diet is, but realize that there is such a thing as human diet. We are not eat whatever you want kind of species. Non-species is like that. Now we can eat a variety of foods, but some foods work for us better. Some foods make us sick actually over a long term usually. So like for example, cows, they're supposed to eat grass, and when you feed them grains or some products of our civilization, they get sick and they live shorter lives and they have more inflammation and more disease in their bodies. So the same as humans, we can eat a bunch of things, but there are only certain foods of groups that makes us better and promote long-term health and make us live longer instead of shortening our life and increasing the chances of us getting any disease. So level number 2 is foods suitable for human consumption, for human diet. Number 3, foods that are suitable and that are beneficial to you as an individual because of our unique microbiomes, because of our unique lifestyle, our unique health history. So all of us, we have slightly different requirements for our diets that also change. So the third level of healthy eating is individualized or personalized diets and nutrition. So again, number 1 is eating non-toxic, non-poisonous food. Level number 2 is food suitable for human consumption. And number 3 is food that is suitable and beneficial to you. That's where personalized dieting and individualized diets come into play. Today, we will be talking more about the first level, non-toxic, non-poisonous foods, because the other 2 levels, they're much less research. We know, for example, that dairy products probably are not the best part of a human diet. And, when you go dairy free, your all health biomarkers seem to improve. So I highly recommend trying going dairy free for all people. But then also things like grains. So we haven't really been eating grains for that long, and it seems like when we started, things just got worse. Maybe all of the things got worse, but I prefer to stay grain free too. So non-toxic food, non-poisonous food. So what are those? So let's just get clear on that one. So food that have non-food ingredients, something like maltodextrin or what else? Basically, guys, I'm blanking here, but all the foods that have names that do not refer to any known whole food, non plant or animal food, all these names you shouldn't be eating. If they belong to a scientific lab terms or to a more of like scientific experiment kind of label, then you shouldn't be eating those foods. Realize that whole foods have been around for thousands and thousands of years, and we know that they work for us and they promote long-term health when applied properly. When it comes to all these new ingredients, most of them either came to existence in the last, decade or a little bit earlier, but they're still in their experimental stage, and nobody really knows. Nobody can guarantee you what's going to happen to you if you consume those foods in all sorts of mixes and variations long term. Like centenarians that we know of right now, most of their lives they did not consume any of those, like none. So when you consume those ingredients, even when they are marketed as healthy, it's you're running an experiment on yourself with no guaranteed consequences or outcomes. So realize that, and that's why I always recommend to go zero with non-food ingredients, or as close to that as possible, having them maybe as an experiment or a fun thing to try once in a while, but it shouldn't be a part of your daily diet. So non-food ingredients. And the second part of these non-toxic, non-poisonous foods, the second part is processed sugars, processed grains, vegetable oils, and dairy products, unless they come from your own cow, or you know that this dairy comes from a farm and the milk was not mixed from with the milk of cows from different farms, and that has a huge difference, guys. But in general, I do not again recommend to consume any dairy. But besides dairy, processed sugars, processed grains, the vegetable oils, guys, more and more data coming out that even things like juice, that is also a processed sugar, natural processed sugar, because you extract all the fiber, you extract most of the material, but water and fructose, yeah, there are vitamins and minerals that are destroyed, by the way, very fast in most juices. So you get a bunch of sugars, processed sugars, that's gonna hit your blood regulation system very fast and gonna spike your blood sugar. And there has been a couple of publications recently about how sugars in fruit juice, natural fruit juice, can increase your chances of getting cancer or developing different cancers. So yeah, any processed sugars, any refined sugars, any refined grains and vegetable oils like sunflower, safflower, soybean oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, corn oil, those shouldn't be a part of your diet. And then again, dairy products, most of them, even when they say organic, guys, organic, it's almost outdated. Like, people like to say beyond organic, because organic means very little these days in most countries, in most places in the world. It's just a word to charge you more for food. So back to our non-toxic foods. So besides non-food ingredients in everything that you consume, no processed sugars, no processed grains, no vegetable oils, no dairy, guys. So this is the section or part number 2 of non-toxic foods, part of healthy eating. So number 1 was non-food ingredients, all sorts of substances that again, do not correlate to any known whole food and that you can Google and that will show you the plant or the animal. So any other ingredients should not be a part of your daily diet. Then processed sugars, processed grains, vegetable oils, and dairy products. And then number 3 is low quality whole plant and animal foods. So even whole foods, guys, if they are sprayed by pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, if animals were injected with hormones, with antibiotics, that all gonna influence your health and not in a good way, and that's gonna disrupt your endocrine function or your hormonal function, and that's gonna create chaos in your body, and your health is just not going to be good. So even though I just said, organic is just a word, but at least when it comes to whole food produce, you know that your food was not sprayed lavishly with herbicides, pesticides, and your meat was not injected with some hormones and antibiotics. So when it comes to whole foods, make sure that you get the best quality, wild, pastured, from local farm, like the best you can get. That really makes a difference in the quality of your life, guys, in the amount of energy that you have on a daily basis. So make sure that you know where most of your food comes from. Now, sometimes to eat something that is out of the ordinary that you're not sure of course, that happens, but do your best. And when you do your best, you'll be surprised how much you can control your food supply. And if you're someone new to that, it only takes just a little bit of more planning, a little bit of more time in the beginning to figure all shit out, the practical stuff. But then after you have your own system, it's going to take no more time than your usual eating. And it's actually going to take less time, because when you have clear boundaries about what you eat and what you don't eat, it's so much easier to make choices. Choices become automatic, and they save you time and energy, and you're not gonna get more of decision fatigue when you know your boundaries, and when you predefine your healthy eating choices. So let's repeat healthy eating. Healthy eating is maximizing the amount of foods in your diet that promote short and long-term health, right? And that healthy eating is comprised of 3 elements. First of all, not eating toxic and poisonous foods that are known to decrease the amount of health, energy, and vitality that you have, and that's going to make you sick. Number 2, foods that are suitable for human consumption, for human diet. And number 3, your personalized diet. So foods that are proven by usually trial and error these days, proven to work the best for you personally because of our unique health, our unique situation, lifestyle, microbiome, and so many other things. And then when we start looking deeper into the parts of this healthy eating concept. So first, eating non-toxic, non-poisonous foods means avoiding non-food ingredients. Number 2, that means avoiding ingredients that are proven to be abusers of human health, processed sugars, processed grains, vegetable oils, dairy products, most of them, unless it's your own cow. Really, that's how bad it is now in the industry. Unless you milk your cow, I'll be really skeptical about the quality of that dairy product. And then number 3, low quality animal and plant foods. Even if those foods are whole, of course, they're going to be better than a bunch of junk, but still, even if those foods are whole, make sure that you get the best quality of plant and animal foods coming from proven sources. At least do that for the foods that you eat on a regular basis and you have more control of. And now we're gonna talk briefly about a few other important subjects that I also teach in food school, and those are healthy eating versus weight loss. Like, what's the difference, right? A lot of people, when they hear the word dieting, they assume it's all about weight loss and restricting your food and starving yourself. But actually, the word diet means a way of eating. It doesn't mean anything else. Like, all the other meanings that we attach to it are what something created artificially. It's not the initial, it's not the foundational meaning of the word dieting. And healthy eating, especially. So when it comes to healthy eating, and when we compare it to weight loss programs, the only difference is that usually when you go through weight loss program, you also need to limit the amount of foods you eat. That being said, if you're someone who has been eating junk for quite a while, weight loss might start and probably should start. That's how I start working with my clients, with changing the quality of your diet first, the quality of the foods and your lifestyle, your sleep, your stress management, all of that before counting and consciously restricting anything. So you're gonna start eating better foods and you adjust your lifestyle, and your body will release a lot of weight depending on how much weight you have to lose. Your body will release some of the weight naturally. But then when you need to lose more and your weight is more or less closer to normal weight, that's where you'll probably have to limit the amount of foods you eat. And in general, if you're someone who needs to lose weight, you cannot eat unlimited portions of anything. So, some people really have troubles regulating their appetite, and they just tend to eat all the time unless they have some sort of structure. So that, of course, needs to be taken care of. And healthy eating has nothing to do with that. Like, healthy eating just means you, again, eating foods that promote short and long-term health. And if you don't have a goal to lose weight, you just follow your natural hunger cues. So when you're hungry, you eat, or when you don't eat. And usually it's a good idea to have 2-3 meals a day, and that's it. That's how our hunger works the best, and also our digestive system get used to a certain schedule, and now hunger works much better naturally when we have a food meal plan and meal scheduling. But compared to weight loss programs, you usually don't have to do any sorts of conscious restrictions, conscious restriction of your food amount. That's the difference between healthy eating and weight loss program. And also, when it comes to weight loss program, you actually can follow more or less, healthy lifestyle. But you might do something that is not necessarily sustainable, but will give you the progress you need, and then you slowly transition to more sustainable, healthy eating habits for life when you don't need to lose weight anymore. That's also another difference between healthy eating and weight loss programs. Healthy eating gotta be sustainable for life. Weight loss program doesn't have to be. You might do it in stages or in phases when you do, really big calorie restriction if you need that weight to start going down, and then you do something more maintainable, and then you might do another phase of real cut, and then you go to something more sustainable again. This what I find works the best for a lot of people, because also it helps you to release that stress, dieting stress that accumulates if you constantly restrict something during weight loss phase. So just something for you to think about and be aware of. And then basics of calories. I also teach that in Healthy Eating 101 course in food school. And the thing is, you don't really need to count calories ever, even during the weight loss phase. You can restrict your foods and manage your foods differently, measuring portions, the amount of times you have your food, the kind of foods you have. Calories is a measure of energy, and you don't have to be political about it in any way. Like, it's not the most precise possible way to measure energy in foods, because our human body is not that machine that burns foods measuring the amount of energy that is released. It's not precise way to measure energy that our body gets from foods, but it's the most accurate that we have at this point the most usable way of measuring energy in our food. But again, it's not precise, and that's also why a lot of people don't understand that eating the same amount of calories on paper will not be equal to eating the same amount of calories from different foods for your body, because again, our body is not that machine that burns stuff and counts calories or the amount of energy that is released. So understand that. And then also, I teach in Food School Health Eating 101 course at the very beginning the basics of macro and micronutrients, and that macronutrients are the nutrients in our foods that supply energy and also give structural material that we build our body from. Those are your fats, your carbohydrates, your proteins. Those are larger molecules that we need a lot of to get energy and to build our body, to replace actual parts. And then micronutrients, we need them in tiny amounts, and those are your vitamins, minerals, and other substances that are many, and we don't know all of them, but we need them in small amounts, and they usually are used by your body to run all the chemical reactions properly. So also, they're important for our hormones to run properly. And they are more of like substances that our body needs, to get all the energy and to build all the structures and to make sure we thrive and feel amazing. So they're more like activators of the stuff, not so much of the physical stuff that we need for energy or for structures, even though of course they are used to produce energy, they are used to replicate our DNAs, they are used in the processes of replicating our cells, and in so many other processes. And that's why it's crucial to get those vitamins and minerals. And I've just done a whole video series on one of the, I can't say they're the most important, but they are really important for our health, and we seem to deteriorate really fast when you don't get them. So I made this video series about how to get out of your food like your fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, and why you should be getting them from your food, not from supplements. And so I covered these things in video series that you can access on my Instagram or YouTube channel. So vitamins and minerals, macro and micronutrients. So again, macronutrients, they provide calories, they provide energy, and they provide structural material to build our body. Micronutrients, they make sure that all the processes of supporting life run smoothly, but we do not get energy from them usually or in any considerable amounts. But they are used, for example, in the processes to create that energy in the chemical reaction. And that's about it. That's what lesson number 1 in Healthy Eating 101 covers. So it explains to you in more colorfully and in practical terms what healthy eating is all about. There are also assignments, what healthy foods are, and how to identify healthy foods in a supermarket and on your plate, and in any place where you eat, in a restaurant or somewhere else. We talk about healthy eating and weight loss and calories and macro and micronutrients and what are those and how to use them to improve your health and energy levels and vitality. So all of that in Food School in Healthy Eating 101. Today I've covered the basics that you need to know to navigate healthy foods. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. Check out also Food School and Healthy Eating 101 course. It's amazing, it's fun, and you're really gonna learn how to navigate modern world for now and for later, because as I mentioned before, it's gonna be constantly updated. So check it out, sign up, and start becoming a pro when it comes to healthy eating, because that's gonna save you a lot of money on medical bills, on pills, and just it's gonna give you a lot of energy to live your life to the fullest. That's why I'm so excited about it. So check this out, and thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned tomorrow for a lesson number 2 from Healthy Eating 101. And as usual, till next time, eat better, daily.